Hey guys, what's going on? It's John from Sandals Church Banning. When I was younger, you guys know the story. I wanted to be a rock star. It happened, all that stuff. But when I was younger, I was raised in the church. I went to church. I was part of my youth group. I did all that stuff. And then when I went to play music, all of the things that I was doing and part of, I took a step back because I was around a lot of non-Christians. I was around a lot of people who didn't go to church, who didn't really have faith in Jesus. I kind of was like, well, I can be around these people, I can play music with them, I can show them love, but, I don't necessarily have to be that, the Jesus freak, Hey guys, what's up, Jesus, whatever, all that stuff. So what I did was, I thought I was respecting all of them, but what I did was I took a step back and I kind of just didn't share my faith with everybody. Everybody in the band knew I was a Christian. People that I would have met on the road wouldn't have known, because unless we had a conversation together, they would have had no idea that I believed in Jesus, that I was a Christian. I did that for years, I grew up in the church. I had that foundation, but I wasn't doing anything with it. I was keeping it to myself. And that's not how Jesus wants us to live. In Matthew 5:13, talks about salt and light. How do those two things go together? Well, let's find out. In 13, it says, "You are the salt of the earth, but what good is salt if it has lost its flavor? Can you make it salty again? It will be thrown out and trampled underfoot as worthless. You are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and then puts it under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everybody in the house. In the same way, let your good deeds shine out for all to see, so that everyone will praise your heavenly Father." That's a heavy passage right there, and it gives us a really good metaphor of how salt and light work together. Jesus is talking about salt, right? Giving us an example of us being salt. When preserved salt can do multiple things. Back then, it was a hot commodity back then. And, if it's lost its flavor, it's useless, right? They're going to throw it out. They're not going to use it. That's how kind of our lives are when it comes to how we live out and we show our faith in Jesus. Jesus, first of all, he wants us to go out there. He wants to show people that. If we're keeping it in, we're useless in that sense. If there's somewhere that's lit up on a mountaintop, you can see it. It's there. You can drive around. You can still see it. It's always up there because it's right there for you to see. And if there was, say, a place down inside some valley, you would actually have to go to the edge and look down, and it takes more work, right? Well, that's kind of how Jesus is explaining, hey, you're the light of the world. I need you to be a glowing vessel to invite people in so they can see. So if they want to go and check it out, they can come to you. Kind of like, what is it, a fly with one of those light bug trap things. You're like, I want to know, because, people are curious. They're always going to be curious about what makes you different. See, as Christians, we need to live our life in a way that other people can see and how we're living our faith so they can meet Jesus too. We're not supposed to keep it in for ourselves. Back then, I was holding it in. I wasn't allowing other people in that way, showing them so they could maybe possibly approach me to wonder what was going on. But because I wasn't doing that, that doesn't mean that I can't do that now. That doesn't mean that I can't turn it around and start doing that. So I want to challenge you guys. If you guys aren't doing that with your lives, I would really, really encourage you to listen to what Jesus is saying right here. Use this metaphor and apply it to your own personal walk. That right there will just give people an opportunity to praise our Heavenly Father and possibly even come to know Him. So I just wanted to encourage you guys. I love you guys, and I hope you have a good day.